Sister Wives Meri Brown publicly blasts Kody, threatens tell-all. Sister Wives star Meri Brown is absolutely finished putting up with her ex-husband's horrible behavior. Cristin Brown recently announced she has a memoir coming out soon. Now, it seems like Meri will follow suit. While detailing a heartbreaking situation on an outing with Kody, Meri confessed she might include it in her upcoming book. See what she had to say and how viewers reacted. Meri Brown shares a horrible moment while shopping with Kody. During a recent Friday with Friends session on Instagram, Meri Brown admitted that Kody once treated her so cruelly during a shopping trip. The time Kody bought Robin the painting Meri really wanted and told her she can look at it in Robin's house. An aggravated Sister Wives viewer recently posted on Reddit. They attached a snippet from Meri Brown's recent Instagram lives and summarized the story she told. The OP went on to say that Kody never offered to buy Meri her own painting. He merely took her along to make a payment on a gift he purchased for Robin. He was making a payment on a piece of art, and I really like the artist. And he was making a payment on it, not for me. Meri shared in the live, recalling how she told Kody how much she adored the painting. And he was like, "Oh, I just bought this for Robin. You can go to her house and look at it." Jen suggested Meri should push her husband off a cliff for it. Meri threatens to detail the moment in her tell-all. In the original Instagram live, Meri Brown admitted she wasn't even sure if she wanted to share the story publicly. "Should I say this or should I wait and put this in my book?" Meri asked Jen, who cheered her to spill the beans. Meri hesitated, but Jen eventually convinced her to open up. See the original post and full Instagram live here. Redditors react to the jaw-dropping tale. Sister Wives fans agreed this was abhorrent behavior from Kody. They've seen him do cruel things on screen. But hearing it come from Meri's mouth broke fans' hearts. Redditors wrote, "But would she even be let in through the door at Robin's house? Serious question. How many months of asking would be required? It's so sad Meri was Kody's punching ball for as long as she was. Like when he bought Cristin all these Christmas presents, but none for Meri, or when Meri had to chip in to pay for all the kids and then pay for her own kid too. I hope she meets a good guy who loves her for her, unconditionally." The worst part about this is that you just know that Meri was ecstatic that Kay chose to spend time with her at all, and then this is what he did with her. I wouldn't be surprised if he brought Meri because he needed her to sign the check. Imagine being this hurtful, wow. Like he couldn't have gotten her another painting. For years, she had watched Kody spin his version of the truth, painting himself as the misunderstood patriarch, the victim of stubborn and ungrateful wives who just didn't appreciate his sacrifices. She had listened as he twisted their story, warping the narrative into something that excused his neglect, his favoritism, and his emotional abandonment. But no more. On a cold February morning, Meri took to Instagram Live, her hazel eyes burning with an intensity that her followers hadn't seen in years. She was done playing nice. "I sat back and let him say what he wants, but I'm done letting someone else tell my story," she began, her voice steady but firm. Kody Brown is not the man he wants you all to believe he is. And if he wants to keep playing the victim, then I have no problem sharing the receipts. Her comment section exploded instantly. Thousands of people flooded the live feed, desperate to see what Meri was about to expose. She had always been the most reserved of Kody's exes, the one least likely to engage in public battles. But something had changed in her. Something had snapped. "People ask me all the time why I stayed so long. Why I let myself be treated like an afterthought. And you know what? I used to ask myself that too," she said, shaking her head. But Kody is a master manipulator. He knows exactly how to keep people hanging on just enough so they don't leave. He dangles just enough hope to make you think things will change. And I fell for it. I fell for it for years. Meri inhaled sharply, holding back tears. She refused to cry for him anymore. "I wasn't just neglected. I was erased," she continued. "Robin came into the picture, and suddenly I was a ghost. Kody wanted me to believe it was my fault, that I was the problem. And I bought into it. But now I see it so clearly. He never had the decency to just be honest and say, 'Meri, I don't want you anymore.' Instead, he left me to rot in a marriage that didn't exist while he built a brand new life with Robin." Her hands clenched into fists. And now he sits there and acts like he's the one who's been wronged. Like Cristin, Janelle, and I just up and left him for no reason. He abandoned us long before we ever walked away. The chat was a flurry of comments. "We support you. Meri, expose him, girl. We always knew Kody was the problem. Meri's lips curled into a smirk. She hadn't even gotten to the real bombshell yet. You know what the most disgusting part of all of this is? She asked, leaning in closer to the camera. Kody doesn't just lie to the world. He lies to himself. He actually believes that he's the victim. But let me tell you something. If he keeps running his mouth and blaming me, blaming Cristin, blaming Janelle, I have no problem setting the record straight. And I mean all the way straight. Her meaning was clear. A tell-all. A book, a documentary, a sit-down interview, whatever it took to finally expose the truth. The comment section went wild. Do it, Meri. We need the real story. Please write a book. We'll buy it. Meri exhaled, feeling lighter than she had in years. She had been silent for too long, but she wasn't afraid anymore. Kody Brown had spent decades controlling the narrative. Now it was her turn. And the world was ready to listen.